Want to play Brig for the likely re-release of Goat Brig or the Magical Girl Brig, but don't know what perks to pick? Hi, I'm Purpzuki, the Google image result for Goat Brig IRL, and I'm here to help. Personally, I pick my perks based on the playstyle I want to continue the game with, either being more defensive and protective or more aggressive and frontlining. Certain DPS on the enemy team or tanks on the enemy team will sway my choices as well. If you're just getting started though and don't want to overthink it, the safe thing to do is to pick the right perk for the first option and the left perk for the second option. If you want to get into the details, the first perk I almost always go with is the right one, or Morale Boost. This provides a lot more uptime to your Inspire healing and makes it so you don't have to rely as much on being up close and personal with lethal enemies. Morale Boost is especially helpful when guarding an ally such as a baddie with a fidget spinner, as you want to play further back from the front line and you won't have as many opportunities to hit your whip shot. The only time I really go barrier restoration is if there's a Tracer or Genji I find myself within bashing range of often, as this can often be a defining extra little protection during your engagements against them. However, this perk is especially useless against a Winston, Reinhardt, or Ramatra, as most of their damage goes through shields anyway, and you don't want to be incentivized to bash into them unless you're pulling off a rally bash on them with already low health. I will admit that I'm not personally one to use rally aggressively, and if this is more your playstyle and you get a lot of value out of it, it might be worth it to go barrier restoration. As for your second pair of options, you have Whiplash and Quick Fix. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really experimented much with the Whiplash perk. I personally think it should only be picked if your team is supporting you a lot and you focus on the enemy flankers or squishies, as it is very unlikely that you'll be finishing off a tank by hitting them into a wall. If you're brawling or the enemy tank isn't a diver and you're confident with your whip shots on smaller hitboxes, absolutely go for it. But I normally play a more defensive playstyle, so the Quick Fix on critical healing tends to be the way I go, just for a little extra sustain. I already focus my packs on low health allies since I focus on pack efficiency, so this one is already right up my alley. I gotta say though, it's really funny having kills on Brig attributed to a Doomfist punch.